Well, we were on our way to the cities to visit our family, daughter and granddaughter and son-in-law, and we were driving, and this kind of stormy night and getting ready to be, and we thought we might have to slow down in Alexandria to, maybe wade through a storm because it was just ahead of there. So we were driving up, and we were coming up to the road, and we noticed a car off to our side and over in the construction. We were confused why somebody was over there. There was nobody, no construction workers working anywhere. There was nothing going on. Why was somebody over there? We didn't see the person get on the road or anything. We just happened to finally notice them beside us over there and driving the same direction. And that's not right. They're going the wrong way. And we just kept, well, maybe it's just a construction person and they're checking something out. So we're driving along, and they started getting a little faster and a little faster. And I said, they know the bridge is out. I mean, if they're a worker, but they didn't slow down. They weren't slowing down. And then we said, oh my gosh, this is, and pretty soon you saw a brake light, and then they flew up in the air a little bit and then just disappeared. They gone. And as we were driving by across in construction, we looked over and we couldn't see nothing. It was too far down. And so we pulled over as soon as we could, and my wife was already on the phone calling 911. And as soon as I got over and put in flashers on, I jumped out and took off running. By the time I got out of my car, I had to run across two lanes of traffic, and then just hop the little barricades that are there. And then I could see down into the water, and I could see it was the other side. So then I hopped back over the barricades, and I'm in flip-flops and shorts and my shirt. And then I run down the road to the other side of the bridge, I don't know, 100 feet, 150 feet, whatever. And then hop those two barricades and then down the hill and stuff. So when I got down there, I yelled for people to see if there was anybody down there. The trunk was open and the lights were still on, but they were half submerged in the water, and couldn't see anybody, couldn't hear anybody, nothing. And then I heard the sheriff. Once he got, I waved him over to our side and come over where I was at. And my wife was quite a ways away. I mean, she couldn't see what was going on, didn't know what was going on. I hadn't talked to her yet. And she was still talking to the state police and sheriff too on the phone, I guess. So once he got over there, I yelled for him that they're in the water. So he brought his life jacket with him. He carried it down, and he had a rope bag and stuff. So once he got down there, he started taking everything off, his gun, his walkie-talkie, his cell phone, and watches, whatever, and got all that off. And then he started down to the water, and I said, what do you want me to do? And he goes, well, watch my gun, and can you hold on to this rope? He had it wrapped around his waist. I said, sure. So I grabbed the rope and held on to it, and as he got down to the water, he opened the back door and yelled, is there anybody in here? And somebody responded. So he obviously ran around to the front door. He was about waist, chest deep in the water. And he got to the front door and reached in. He goes, grab my arm and stuff. And he must have unbuckled her. That's all he could figure. And then he yelled back. He said, go ahead and pull. And so I started pulling, and I pulled them both up to shore and got them up to shore. And then they laid there for a minute or two. And then he made sure that there was nobody else in the car. He asked her 3 or 4 times, is there anybody in the car? And she said, no, nobody else is in the car. But he said she only had 3-4 minutes of air left, or inches left. I mean, so, and the car was still going and sliding and sliding. So I would say, another 5 minutes, she probably would have been underwater. You just see somebody in trouble, and I first thought is to help. I mean, I guess that's the way I've always been, and always want to be and stuff. And I know there's millions of more people out there that would do the same thing if they would have saw it. I think we were the only ones that saw it, and we did stop. I couldn't imagine not stopping and seeing that she probably wouldn't have made it, because she didn't have a lot of time left by the time we got there and got down there. So.